What y'all got going on? Well, I'm good. I'm doing very good today. Very, very, very good. I've been up since 4 o'clock a.m. editing videos for YouTube and preparing my day. Right? So my subject for this morning is that a lot of y'all are unhappy, unsatisfied in life, and just stuck in the past. And that's a whole fact. I had a friend come to me and ask me to listen to her problems. She didn't really ask me, she just started dumping on me. And I was like, with the how I'm feeling, with all the energy I have, I can only give you what I allowed to give you within reason. I'm not going to get dumped on because I know how it feels. And I've been there. I've dumped on people. Like spewed out all the most negative thoughts and what I thought was going wrong and who and what did it to me. And told that story to 10 other people before the day was through and ran it around in my head and just dissected why and what I did and what I did not do and why they did that to me. But lady, you create your own life by thinking these thoughts. And the scenarios that come from your thoughts are just that. Scenarios, they go and come like the wind. It don't rain all day. The sun comes out at some point. So you're concentrating on the wrong things. That's all I gotta say. You know, I've started things and not finished them. So I'm doing those things now with all the energy I have. All the energy I have reserved from not complaining when the game starts gaming, like when life happens and you have that, adversity and duality. Like I always say, you're going to have that. This is a game of duality. High, cold, girl, boy, up, down, stand, sit. I mean, that's all this is. So when you having something great happening, just know the game will show you the opposite of that, either through you having something happen not so nice or opposite of what you got going on, or you watching somebody else go through it. But your job is not to absorb that one side or the other, is to skate right through it. My father had a saying, he told me one day, he said, Kiki, if you're going down a road, a dark path, one road by yourself, and you're in a car, and all you can see in front of you is what the light permits you to see. But you're still driving. You're steady. But you can't see how many miles down the road. You're in a dark road and you got your lights on. So that's all you pay attention to, that now moment, each step, each inch to that voyage. The real part is you're supposed to be enjoying every inch of your now moment. Even if it's not convenient for you, you don't like where you are in life, you don't like your job, you don't like your husband, you don't like your kids, you stay still in that and you just create another scenario in your mind. Start thinking about stuff you like. Look at things you like only. And you'll see a change in your life instantly. It's not hard. It's a light switch. You just turn it on and off. You can choose to be depressed. I did it for years. Over 30 years. I've chosen to be depressed for 30 years. I did that to myself by thinking about all the negative things that was happening to me. So I created it over and over again, and different sets of individual people came by and, like, say for instance, like, you ever had the same type of breakup from another relationship? I know you have. because you still hadn't broken the contract that you had with the first relationship. So it kind of came in a similar way, but through another person. The same outcome, because you still rehearsing that same script in your mind. That's a mindset. Life is all mental. It's mental. And your subconscious, which is the thoughts that are playing in your head like a reel, like a movie, is your subconscious. You consciously know that, okay, I'm sitting down right here by this computer talking to this box. I consciously know that because I can see that. I know what I'm doing. I'm touching. I'm doing it as I'm doing it. But in the back of your head, when you're trying to lay down before you go to sleep, those thoughts that play over and over again. Oh, remember I was 10 and my friend did that to me. Oh, at the job today, Lisa was at the and she was talking about me. If you have those thoughts more than too many times, they will become lit up inside of your subconscious. And every time you go back and think about that thought, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. The energy will grow and grow and grow until you give it less thought, and then it dies. The thought can die. You can break your contract with your bad thoughts through meditation, quiet, and go into your mind, go into your deepest, darkest part of your mind. And you have to write affirmations down. I am phenomenal. I am great. All these things will help you reprogram your thoughts, your subconscious. You can start breaking contracts with bad agreements you've made over time. For an example, a bad agreement I had made with myself. I was singing in the shower as a young teenager, and my dad came upstairs, unbeknownst to me, and he was listening by the door, because he loved music. We love music together. He showed me the art of listening to music and just enjoying the sounds of instrumentals and things of that nature. But that inspired me. That made me want to sing. And so I'm singing in the shower, not conscious of how to place my notes. I wasn't a natural singer, but I have a voice. I just never was trained to do so. And I didn't go to a church to use my voice, right? Or other classes to use my voice and develop it. So this man come upstairs and was listening, because he's going to listen, and I'm loud as shit. He waits till I get out the shower and everything, because I actually taped it. This was back when we had cassette tapes. I taped it and everything. I was proud of myself. I thought I did good, or was trying at least. This man said, man, Kiki, I heard you singing in the shower today. You can't sing, but ha 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 ha. And that's all he said. That's all he said to me. That's a contract, right? He said to me, I heard you singing in the shower today. You cannot sing, but ha 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 ha. And it hurt. And what I did was agree to him. I agreed to that statement he made. And ever since then, I had a block on my natural singing ability. I wouldn't sing in front of people. I can actually sing, but I would not sing in front of people because I made a contract with my dad when he said, I heard you singing in the shower one day. I heard you singing in the shower today. You can't sing. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Right? Oppie boobs. But it was up to me to believe that, keep trying, or give up. I did all of that, but it still did not develop as it could have. What if Whitney Houston's mother would have said to her, you can't sing? She could have made an agreement and said, well, maybe I can. But your path is your path. That was something he did. And it's a book called The 4 Agreements. If you go get that book, it'll get you out the hill. You in your mind, you become so free because you give up these agreements that you've made over time with yourself and others. Some people, I even stopped modeling. I didn't go to New York to become the first top model because my first boyfriend, Russell Ellaby, yes, I'm saying your name, nigga. He said to me when I got these pictures done and developed, and I look good as fuck. And I was a model, and I know I was going to get it. But I didn't have the self-esteem, remember? Programming. I needed approval from everyone. I needed approval, and then I had survivor's guilt. I didn't want to leave nobody behind. So this nigga say to me, I like the pictures, you look good, but don't leave me. I'm 21, boy, you about to be 30, because he was an older guy. I didn't date my age. I didn't stay around my age much. I was always around older people. So he said that to me, and I got home and I took the pictures and placed them on the table for my parents to see. They totally ignored the pictures. And I was so crushed. But the guy developed one particular picture. The guy who took those pictures, he developed a full picture for me out of a gesture to say, you can do this. You did good. Because he didn't have to stop me. I just posed. I just knew what I was doing. Because I had manifested that in my mind. I knew I could do it. So that goes to say, I made that agreement with my mom. Let me tell you this. This is another thing she said. I said this in the other live. That mother told me, you can't go to New York. New York will eat you alive. So where do models go in the 90s? We was going to New York. I had already been there. And it was like too super easy. I was getting in the doors that it was just, I knew that it was scary, actually. I didn't know what I was. I didn't understand it. But everything I thought about would manifest quickly because I wasn't eating any meat. I didn't have any, only hindrance I had in my mind was that I thought that it was a God and a devil. Somewhere to put me, like I thought about hell more so than heaven. That's why I'm glad I'm not religious, and I never really was, but I had the programming still. Because it was Bibles around. We never went to church. My father was not religious at all. But my mom had Bibles, and she would refer to God and the devil here and there. So that programming held me back too. When she said New York would eat me alive, and I actually went there and witnessed some weird shit, and I was smoking some weed at the time. And I'm thinking, wow, if I do this, am I making a contract with the devil? You see how that could trick you out your damn way? Out your bag. Contracts you make with people. And believing their thoughts over your thoughts. I knew I wanted to model. I had taken pictures. I'm making the steps toward it. I went to New York. But you let your mother skate you back. You let your parents skate you back 20 steps by saying those two dumb statements they said. Not dumb, not meaning dumb, but those little minute statements made you scale back 100 years because they think that. Those are their fears. Those were their limitations. How do they know what I'm about to get ready to do? Right? But that's okay because they had programming. Their parents did that to them. I'm one generation, I'm maybe 2 generations or 3 generations away from mammies and slaves and shit like that. Like my father's father could not read, but he could build. Everybody contracted him to build their big buildings all over big cities and stuff like that. But he couldn't read a word. My father was a teacher though. So you imagine those 2 steps. He didn't have the capacity at the time not to treat me like he did or say those things to me like he did because his father had limitations with communication. My mother, her mother could not read or write, right? But she was a social worker in the government. So it's levels to this understanding. And I understand that they were where they were at the time with consciousness, and so was I. And I love my mom calling me. She just loved me. She just be loving me to be with her and be right up underneath her. I love that girl. Yeah, y'all. So what I was saying. Shit. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the parents. The grandparents. Neither set of my grandparents, except for my father's mother, she could read. But she was so mean to me, that lady. That lady was mean to me. You know what? What? And I think it's because I'm not her natural grandchild. I swear I think that's what it was. Because my daddy, the man who raised me, did not, is not my natural birth father, right? So I'm not his complexion. He's the darker tone, and the grandmother was a darker tone. So, and I think she had colorisms in her mind. She did not fuck with me. That lady did not like me. Like, she would not even, You just know when somebody don't like you. Period. Let me stop trying to, she didn't like me. That lady didn't like me at all. I was too much. I was too cute, too pretty, too talented. And my mother was too much for them too. That's just a fact. And I don't care who don't like it. And who on this Facebook don't. And whatever y'all think about it. That lady did not like us. A lot of people didn't like us. Man, how about that? On both sides of my family. And y'all know who y'all are. It's very few though, because we're likable people. We were, I'm a Cancer, and so my mother was too, right? So we love hard and we give our last. We will do that. And it's a family thing for us. We love family. You know? So not very many people are against and hate you when you think so. I'm telling you, it's what you are. It's what you are putting out, you're going to get back. That's just all it is. You are energy. And energy attracts the same. Your vibe will attract your tribe. So I really don't believe it the way I used to. I can't, because I know better. So I correct myself. I'm constantly correcting my speech and what I say. Even though I curse and I say things like nigga, but I like saying that. It's beneficial to me. I'm not trying to please nobody. I am trying to help a few people because somebody helped me get here. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to tell my story, tell people my business and other people's business that was in my life when I was doing that business. And that's my business to do. Right? But I said that to say, I always do that. But I said that because you only should do what is beneficial to you in life. And for me to come here and tell my story is going to help somebody get out of their own way mentally first. Because if you're stuck in a rut, you're just spinning around in your head. That's all you're doing. You're spinning around worrying about the past or what's coming tomorrow. Yesterday gone and tomorrow's not here yet. So you just need to stay in your now moment and break those contracts in your head. And people done told it to you. They lied it to you. You know, you can have whatever you want. You deserve it. Go get it. You gotta have it here first, though. You gotta have it. You gotta really have it. It's like having money. Because I was a barber, I had money in my hand so much, I could think about how it felt, how it smells. I can do that now and manifest the money by knowing it. Like a book. Like, say, for instance, a book. An excellent author always applies these things. They're very descriptive. First, you have to be descriptive about what you want. So they'll describe if you walking on the sand at the beach, the author will describe how the sand felt with the toes, walking slightly upon the water, hitting my feet while the sun is rising, hearing the waves in the background, gushing up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? So it makes your mind go there and create that scenario, and you actually can start feeling like you at the beach. If you read or even just write the stuff down, watch. You're gonna be so surprised when you see me manifest something. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I always manifest. We all manifest, but intentionally. It's another thing to manifest things and create, But intentionally creation, to intentionally create something is so powerful. When it comes to fruition and it comes boom and hit you a bow right there, and you was like, I said that milk was gonna be on sale. I wanted that milk to be on sale. Or whatever. And you go in the store and that bitch is on sale. That's what I'm talking about. Get out your own way and pick up the joystick and play the game. It's called life.